San Antonio Today, the only local news station with nonstop news.
It's what we do. Good morning. Nonstop news starts right now. We are the only TV station in town that is commercial free all the way up to the top of the hour.
You like doing that.
I like that sound effect.
We have you covered this morning,
Can hear Jeannette
including a
laughing at me.
look at traffic with David Mendoza and a look at your weather with Jeannette. Good morning, Jeannette.
Good morning. Yes, I like that. It's Friday.
Do on a Friday, then I don't know when you
I'm
can.
not even going to attempt it.
Let's try it.
Try
We're
it.
going to practice.
Try
It's
it.
fun. It makes you feel good. Do it.
No.
Oh, okay. Let's go to the maps then. I was
Boo.
waiting for it.
Oh, no.
There we go. Raul B. Rodriguez, low weather cameras across the zones. We're starting off in the 70s, 78 in San Antonio, 73 in Kerrville, closer to 76 in Gonzales and Uvalde. Very little cloud cover, if any. The humidity is up there. So as we go through the next hour or two, I do expect more in the way of clouds. However, that's not going to cause any issues. For the rest of the day, you'll need your sunglasses. Plenty of sunshine. At noon, about 90 to 91. And you can see here that in your hour-by-hour forecast, we'll top out in the upper 90s to 100 degrees today, about 99 to 100, maybe as high as 101, typical August day. In the western zone, that's where we will see triple-digit temperatures. Meanwhile, mid to upper 90s in the hill country and the eastern zone. Heat index values will be below heat advisory criteria in the lower 100s. Weekend weather forecast calls for some subtle changes. We'll talk about next week's weather as many kids head back to school. That's all coming up in just under 10 minutes.
All right, Jeannette, thank you. 6:42 right now. Let's get a quick check of the roads. Last time we saw 35 Olympia Parkway out near O'Connor Road. Yeah, so that's 35 southbound coming into town, and that is backed up because of construction. So that's
Cement pour.
Is that what's happening? There we go. So Marisa filling us in there on a cement pour. Let's go high above the sky. David Mendoza in your South Texas Ford dealer Sky 4. He has found an incident. Where is that?
Hey, good morning. This is the eastbound lanes of Highway 90 at Couples Road. We have a bit of a big accident here. This is a several vehicle involved accident with one of those vehicles turned the opposite way on Highway 90. So I did see fire on the scene earlier. They have since left, which indicates this may not be a bodily injury involved accident, but it's a bit of a mess right now. We still have police out here, wreckers on scene, and it's causing a pretty substantial backup here on the eastbound lanes of 90. So expect a delay if you're headed this way. I'll talk with you one more time before the end of the show. Back to you for now.
All right, David, thank you. We will check back in before 7 a.m.
Time now is 6:43. Texas Republicans continue to explore avenues to corral House Democrats back to the Capitol after they left the state to stall a vote on redistricting. Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton is giving them until today to return to the state before pursuing legal action. He's also launching investigations into Democratic PACs that may be contributing to Democrats remaining out of state, claiming bribery allegations. State GOP Chairman Abraham George applauds these moves, while San Antonio Democrat Diego Barnell is questioning the state of Texas politics.
I'm glad he's doing that because we support any legal means that we currently have to get these Democrats back into Texas.
What does our country become when you've got politicians sending out law enforcement, state and federal, to corral their colleagues, to make them vote on maps that benefit them?
The Texas Democrats who left have been charged with civil offense under Texas House rules, meaning the FBI has no constitutional authority to make arrests.
New this morning, Israel has announced plans to take over Gaza City in another escalation of its war with Hamas. That decision comes despite international calls for an end to that conflict. Now, earlier in an interview with Fox News, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu discussed plans to take control of the entire region. Right now, Israel controls about 3/4 of Gaza. An official with Netanyahu's office says that Israel will continue to provide humanitarian aid to civilian populations outside of the combat zones.
A new wildfire erupted in Southern California early Thursday evening. The Canyon Fire first started in Ventura County and quickly moved to parts of LA County, covering close to 5,000 acres. At last check, the fire was at 0% containment. Thousands of people have been ordered to evacuate in both counties. This comes as the Gifford fire continues to burn. That fire, which is about 100 miles north of the Canyon fire, has burned almost 100,000 acres, and it is only at 15% containment.
About 15 minutes now before 7 a.m. Another story that we've been following, another fire that we've been talking about all week. The Silver Mountain fire there just south of this area is Atascosa County. And leaders there are trying to improve response times, which is something that they have been working on now for several years. Esmeralda Zapata knows that firsthand, unfortunately for her. 3 of her family members died in a fire a couple of years ago. And since then, she has been at the front of the fight for better emergency services, especially in remote areas that rely mainly on volunteer fire departments. Earlier this year, voters approved of a new emergency services district. But that change, according to Esmeralda, can't come soon enough.
It's an urgency right now. We cannot be sitting on it and waiting for what? A year, 2 years, a lot of families can die. A year, 2 years, a lot of homes can just be destroyed by fires.
County leaders say it still could be a few years before a new fire station is up and running, but planning on that has already started.
In the Allen at the Live Desk, we continue to follow reaction from lawmakers on the newly proposed redistricting plan here in Texas. Governor Abbott saying Texas House Democrats are jet setting from Chicago to Cali instead of returning to help Texas flood victims. He continued on to say the protracted absence emphasizes why courts should declare their seats abandoned. But Representative John Busey, on the other hand, a Democratic lawmaker, saying Republican leaders just filed a lawsuit to try and force me and my fellow Texas Democrats back home. He continued on to say if defending democracy is a crime, I'm proud to be an outlaw. We'll continue to follow this reaction as it comes in because there's a lot of it. That is the latest from the Live Desk.
All right, Emma, thank you. Happening today, Goodwill San Antonio wants to help you get ready and some of your kids get ready for all the back to school outfits that they need when they start back next week.
That's what I need to do. I got to get the girls their first day of school outfit.
Oh, that's the most important.
News 4 San Antonio's Tawny Davis is live right now to talk about their current donation drive and how they want to help your kids look their best on their first day. Good morning, Tawny.
Good morning. So it's out with the old and in with the new school over at Goodwill San Antonio. So by cleaning out your closets, you'll be able to help these kids feel ready to walk into that classroom on that first day. So children's size clothes are always in demand. So if you have clothes that your kids have sized out of, any gently used home good items, or even back to school items like backpacks, Goodwill San Antonio is asking you to bring them to any of their donation centers. By donating, you're not only helping families, but you're also keeping those items out of landfills while also supporting Goodwill's mission by providing free career training and job placement services. Overall, this drive wants to help save parents money while also helping shoppers stretch their budgets a little more.
Items here are a little bit less expensive than what you'd find in normal retail stores, and so that'll help with anybody that's on a budget for the school year. And it's always just a really good time. You know, you never know what you're going to find.
To also help spark inspiration, Goodwill has created a lookbook, or a school lookbook, made from outfits entirely from their stores. This will help get your kids excited for that first day and help you find the items that you need. So today is technically the last day of that donation drive, but they're accepting donations all year round. So if you want to clean out your closet, come by and do so. You'll actually get a free sticker if you donate. And they're also adding another perk. Since it is tax-free weekend, they're offering 50% off their items. Reporting live, I'm Tawny Davis. Back to you.
More details on the aftermath of the Hill Country flood. Over a month later, the community continues to find ways to support flood victims. In fact, young dancers across San Antonio are stepping up to help their peers.
I think that we will make a difference, and I think the ultimate goal is to see kids back dancing in that studio and doing what they love.
That's right. A t-shirt fundraiser is underway with 100% of proceeds going to Peggy Ann and CeCe Jean's School of Dance, Twirl, and Cheer in Kerrville. The studio was impacted by floodwaters, but even more heartbreaking was the loss of one of their dance members and hearing about their young dancers who escaped danger themselves. When the owner of Earl Cobb Dance Studio saw their story on Facebook, she knew she had to do something.
We all know that these kids come to the studio, it's their second home, helps them deal with a lot of stress and everything else. And then with these kids being under this extreme situation, to think that they didn't have a place to go, that they've always gone and met with friends, I mean, I can't imagine.
Now, many of San Antonio's dance community are coming together. That includes 6 other studios like Chrissy's Dance Academy and Dance Plus. You still have time to help as well. The fundraiser runs through next Friday to get a t-shirt. We have more information on getting those t-shirts on our website, news4sanantonio.com.
So that's the stuff that I think is the most amazing when it comes to stories out of Kerrville and the Texas Hill Country, are the average Texan helping another average Texan, kids, moms. We've seen that so many times, time and time again. Al Roker and NBC rolled into town earlier this week. They did their Lend a Hand initiative. It was amazing. He was incredibly generous, not only with resources, but their time. But in talking with Al, I took away the idea that this huge star from New York and NBC was most impressed by Texan helping Texan. Listen. But the idea of Texans helping Texans, you've seen that firsthand. What does that mean to you?
Well, you know, it's amazing because I'm always amazed at the first responders, and obviously so many fire departments are volunteer. Yeah, and these folks are going out not knowing what's happening to their homes, their families, helping total strangers. And that is, to me, the essence of not only what makes Texas strong, but makes America strong.
Now your certified most accurate 4-zone weather with meteorologist Jeannette.
At some point he was also talking about like kids having lemonade stands. And again, you know, compared to $1 million from Buc-ee's, obviously it pales in comparison, but the heart and the gesture, I think that's what is touching so much. And as parents, when we see kids helping kids, that's the stuff that gets you.
Yeah, the takeaway for me, and you said this earlier, is some people think, oh, the Hill Country, it's a small area. But I'm telling you, there's people that come from all parts of Texas. I met a lady who is from Houston, but she has a place in Hunt. And she said, was telling me off camera that they didn't go through as much devastation as her neighbors. But she mentioned so many people by name who live from Hunt to Ingram to Kerrville. And I just stood there in amazement how she knew so many people, and they were all coming together, and it was just so nice to see. Of course, the Today Show there made it even greater. $1 million from Buc-ee's.
Yeah. So good.
I was excited to see Al, but I think I was even more excited to meet Beaver, the guy, the owner from Buc-ee's.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, let's talk weather. I want to show with this, start with the 7-day forecast because, this is the last hurrah, folks. If you're heading out this weekend, perhaps to do some last-minute back-to-school shopping, or if you're heading to the coast, here you have it. About 100 degrees today, and if we hit the triple digits, that will make the 10th 100-degree day so far this year. By this time last year, we had a lot of 100-degree days, over 20, I believe. Tomorrow, mostly sunny, closer to 98. Sunday, a few more clouds, 10-20% rain chance. That will be in the afternoon. It's not going to spoil any outdoor plans, but with more cloud cover, Sunday will get closer to about 97 degrees. If you are heading to the coast, pretty nice. Down towards South Padre, sunny. Temperature about 86, water temperature closer to 82. Port Aransas will certainly see more clouds. There may be a very isolated shower each afternoon, but the chance for rain there is less than 20%. Closer to San Antonio on Monday, an isolated shower chance for kids heading back to school. That's not going to mess up those back to school outfits, since that's going to be most likely after work and school. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, sunshine with highs in the upper 90s. Temperatures right now, it's a mild start to the day. Many spots mid to upper 70s, closer to the low 70s around Bernie, Kerrville, and Rock Springs. Everyone feeling the high humidity. Dew point temperatures are in the 70s, and we have that persistent flow from the Gulf drawing in all of that Gulf moisture. Dew points will drop a bit, though, as we go through the day, likely to fall to the upper 60s this afternoon. No weather-related problems this morning. It is looking dry all across Texas, even along the coast. Across the high plains, storms across Minnesota right now to the northwest of Minneapolis, but there could be some severe storms there later today. He advisories in the orange from North Texas on north. That upper level ridge is shifting a little farther to the east and northeast, so the heat is intensifying farther to the east and across the north. Those are red flag warnings across the Intermountain West. That's the weather maker. It's been in control all week. It's going to start to move a little farther to the west this weekend. That should allow this trough to come on shore. Very weak, not going to produce a whole lot of wet weather, hence why those rain chances will be on the lower side. One last look at that 7-day forecast. Again, next week, upper 90s with overnight temperatures and morning lows in the mid to upper 70s each day. Extended forecast for the other 3 zones. Triple-digit temperatures out west through tomorrow. Hill country, mid-90s this weekend. Eastern zone, upper 90s, 10% rain chance tomorrow afternoon, closer to the coast.
All right, thank you, Jeanette. Let's get another quick check of the roads with on-time traffic. There is construction going on at 35 at O'Connor. This is 281. Everything seems to look fine otherwise. Let's check in with David Mendoza in your South Texas Ford dealer, Sky 4. Hi, David, where are you at?
Happy Friday. That's what you guys did, right? So yes, I'm still tracking that accident over the eastbound lanes of 90 and Couples Road. They are getting it cleaned up. Not looking too great in terms of traffic. We are stretching back all the way to Highway 151 in your eastbound lanes of 90. So looking bad over here, but it's looking way worse on 35 South. I'll leave you with that. Drive safe and TGIF. Back to you.
That's right. Thank you, David. Happy Friday it is. Just in time for the winner of our Drive Away for Education campaign. That winner's been replaced. Originally, we announced on News 4 the winner as Herbert Karen, but he refused the grand prize. Now the prize is going to the backup winner. Her name is Betty Wise. As of this morning, she hasn't picked her prize just yet. With the raffle, you helped us raise, though, $451,000 and helped tens of thousands of students all around San Antonio. So thank you so much for all of that.
Man, what do we think Betty's going to pick? So, you know, there's like 5 amazing vehicles. There's a SUV, there's a truck, there's a Jeep.
I'm going to call Betty. Betty, can you call me? Follow me on Instagram, Betty. Marisa Mendoza TV. Anyway, I think Betty is going to get the pickup.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, well, I'm cool with that.
Thanks for watching
More
this
Jeeps
morning.
for us.